Hi there everybody, this is David, and today I want to talk about the crests, or the sigils, I guess now as they are called. And I've been playing Dragon Quest II since I was a little kid. We're talking like 3rd, 4th grade in elementary school, and I've loved it ever since. I know this game backwards and forwards, so I'm going to give you some hints and tips on what to do before getting the sigils, and then of course walk you through how to get the sigils. And I definitely do think that's worth the sub as you come and you join a party and you level on up with me. With your sub, your like, and your brand new hype, it helps me out a ton. Thank you so much for that. And now let's dive on in to this timeless classic and see what's the same and what's changed in regards to these crests, or sigils. Sigils, I should say. First things first, y'all. Before you even start looking for the sigils, I highly encourage you to get some of the easier side quests out of the way first, just because it's really going to make your life a whole lot easier. You can't even start your search till you get the boot. And once you do, the entire world opens up to you. Now, in the original game, you could pretty much do whatever you wanted to do in whatever order you wanted. And while that is still the case here for the most part, they do have certain things blocked off before you can reach the certain thresholds. For instance, in the original game, you could sail on over to Osterfair and grab the Moon Crest before even heading over to Tangentdale Castle if you wanted to, but that's not the case here. So let me go through some prerequisites first, and then I'll tell you how to get each sigil. Okay, let's cover some basics. When you first get your ship, go ahead and sail on up, down, and over to the Metal King Castle so you can turn those in. Then head off straight to Alefgard. Explore Tangentdale Castle and everything else on the continent, because this time all the towns and all the dungeons are still there. Then, after speaking to the king and getting the Rainbow Drop, head on down into Charlock Castle and confront the Demon Lord. After this, you'll grab Erdrick's sword, and then you'll be told to head on over to the Shrine of Rain, where you meet up with the fairies. Now, and only now, after meeting with the fairies, will you actually be able to begin starting to collect the sigils. But still, getting the sigils is still one of the harder things to do in the game, and there are some easier things to do first that will make your life a whole lot easier. First things first, head on down to Zahan, which is that little island in the southeastern corner of the map, and deal with the situation there. Then, I would suggest heading on into Baran, which is north of Graggle Rock, and dealing with the situation there, because once you finish everything at Baran, you will get a whole new party member in the Princess of Cannock. She'll join up with your team. And now, with those easier side quests out of the way, and a whole new party member, you are finally ready to tackle the sigils. So, let's go ahead and do this order from easiest to hardest, starting with the Sun Sigil. To get the Sun Sigil, you'll need to head on over to Burrowwell, which is in the southern region of the map, jutting off the peninsula near Renderrock. Head on into town and listen to their problems. Soon enough, you'll be attacked by some monsters, so take care of them easily enough, remembering of course to use your buffs and your debuffs, because it does help out a ton. And then the town elders will give you permission in order to get the Sun Sigil. But of course, it's not there in Burrowwell, it's actually in the Shrine of Flames, which is in the archipelago to the east near the World Tree. Head on over there and talk to the guards, and they'll happily let you in to grab the Sun Crest, which allows normal attacks and abilities to get critical hits. That's pretty nice. Next, in order to get the Moon Sigil, you'll need to sail on over to Durkendor, formerly known as Osterfair, and take on the King's Challenge. You'll be tasked with fighting 3 semi-powerful fights in a row, but since you do get to rest between them, it's really nothing that you can't handle. But again, please do be sure to use buffs and debuffs, and once you take them down, the king will give you the Moon Sigil, which allows your spells to get critical hits. Now the Star Sigil is on a small island that's south of Cantlin. There is a really tall lighthouse there, which was notorious in the original game for being one of the hardest dungeons. Not because the monsters themselves are so difficult or anything, but just because it's so big, so long, and so mazy. Thankfully here though, you do have a couple of things to your advantage. First of all, you have this large map and a mini-map that you would definitely use, but secondly, since you are tackling this quest last, your level should be high enough that the Princess of Moonbrook's Holy Protection spell ensures that you will get little to no random encounters. I would definitely use that as liberally as possible as you make your way up 8 floors. At the top, of course, you'll have another boss fight, and then you'll be granted the Star Sigil, which makes defending actually recover some of your MP. The last 2 sigils will take some more time to get though, because it's only after getting the magic key that you'll be allowed to go after them, the water and the soul sigils. In the original game, the water sigil was easy enough to find, it was just in the underground jail in Munahan, whereas the soul sigil was all the way in the cave to Roan, but both of those locations have changed a little bit. To get the water sigil, you'll first need to go and talk to the king of Durkendor, who suggests that the sigil could be in the deserted village southeast of Munahan. Go on over there and use your magic key to infiltrate the thieves' hideout, then rescue the thieves from the monsters and take their key. Then head on back to Munahan and go in the underground passage. Halfway through, you'll see this mysterious door. Unlock that, then go on through the tunnel and get into another fight with another boss to finally procure the water sigil, which amplifies the power of all of your items. And then finally, the last sigil is the soul sigil. In order to grab that, you'll need to find the Den of Inequity. This is Mariella's hideout and it's located underwater south of Cantlin. Once inside there, you'll see that your astute cousin was right. She was wearing one of the sigils as a brooch, and you'll need to get it away from her. And the Princess of Cannock has a great plan. She wants to kind of sow some seeds of distrust amongst the monster's rank. So go ahead and do that, and then take on her 3 completely incompetent minions, not forgetting to hit the 2 switches on both sides of the basement in order to unlock the door that's hiding her 3rd minion. Then you can ultimately confront Mariella herself, and also grab the soul sigil. This one's pretty cool though, because it increases all of your party members' maximum HP, and all of your spells and abilities can transform into more powerful versions of themselves if your character's HP is below 50%, or if you hold down the Y button whenever you activate those spells and abilities. That's really cool. It's almost like having limit breaks in Dragon Quest II. So I do hope that this video helped you figure out where all those quests are located and also kind of plan out your journey. Let me know in the comments how your adventure is going in the game. I can't wait to hear from all y'all as we all kind of talk and chat together and really build a community talking about this game because it's just so much fun. Thanks again for watching. Please be sure to leave a like and a hype and a sub for some more JRPG content because I always have more stuff planned. And as always, have a good day.